We go live to Venezuela. President Nicolas Maduro and President Ebrahim Raisi offer statements. Let's listen. Both nations were watching live images from the Miraflores Palace as President Nicolas Maduro and Ebrahim Raisi are held a bilateral meeting. We earlier saw live images of his arrival, and now we are seeing images of the meeting between both heads of states and their delegations present here at the Miraflores Palace, where they discuss different topics on the bilateral agenda, topics in different fields to improve the bonds of brotherhood and cooperation that both nations share for over decades now. This is the first stop of President Ebrahim Raisi's Latin American tour. He will then travel to Nicaragua and Cuba. The Persian president was received earlier on Monday at the Simón Bolívar International Airport in the state of La Guaira by Venezuela's Foreign Minister Iván Gil and the Minister of People's Power for Transportation Ramón Velázquez Araguayan, among different national government authorities. It is worth mentioning that Venezuela and Iran have important agreements in different fields, in different sectors, in the energy, scientific, oil, defense, cultural, economic, and food sectors. This is the 13th trip abroad of the Iranian President in the last 21 months, who is accompanied by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, of Oil, of Defense, and Health, as well as the Director of the Presidential Office, Colonel Hussein Esmaili, and the Deputy Chief of Staff for Public Affairs. The President of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Sayyid Ebrahim Raisi, begins with this visit to Caracas his official tour of Latin America, which includes, as we were discussing earlier, Cuba and Nicaragua, who experts have described that this Latin American tour will be a turning point in the strengthening of relations between these nations. Ebrahim Raisi is accompanied by a high-level delegation. We are watching images of the meeting that both heads of states held alongside their corresponding delegations to strengthen bilateral relations, cooperation. With the Persian President is the Foreign Affairs Minister, the Minister of Defense, the Minister of Petroleum and Minister of Health, and the First Lady of the Islamic Republic of Iran, Jamila Sadat Al-Moholola, who also met the country's first female combatant, Celia Flores, along with a group of influential women in different areas of the Latin American country. All this in the framework of President Ebrahim Raisi's official visit to the nation as part of his Latin American tour. Both nations share important projects. The Venezuelan refinery of El Palito has resumed its activity almost a year after its stoppage, thanks to the help of Iran, that it helped in the repair of the complex, the facility. The state-owned oil company Petróleos de Venezuela, known as PDVSA, also resumed operations at the catalytic cracking unit at the El Palito refinery, located in the northern state of Carabobo. The British news agency Reuters reported on Sunday, citing the government's deputy, William. We were talking about the different agreements that both nations have shared, and we were watching the images of the meeting that both heads of states held. It is likely that they will offer statements in the coming hours, and teleSUR will provide them, of course, here live. So stay tuned with our with our broadcast to stay up to date with the developments of this important Latin American tour that the Persian President Ebrahim Raisi is carrying out, first in Venezuela, and then he will travel to Nicaragua and Cuba. Stay tuned with teleSUR for more information.